Hey guys, it's Carolyn here with Cafe Lux Travel, and I am in Tucson, Arizona, specifically Tanque Verde Ranch, and it is a pleasant 88 degrees today. I wanted to share a little bit about the ranch and our spring break vacation. I took my family of four to Arizona, and the one thing my children said to me was, "Mom, I really want to horseback ride and go swimming." And so we looked up luxury dude ranches, and this one was highly rated. You have two options when you come to the ranch. You can do an all-inclusive, meaning activities, food, kids club are all included, or you can do everything a la carte. I picked the all-inclusive because it included all horseback riding. So they offer multiple rides per day. And then they also offer loping, pinning. So if your children or child is someone that really loves horseback riding and wants to get serious, you can take them and they can go multiple times here, up to 3 times a day almost. They can get certified, pass their beginner and intermediate courses on horsemanship, and then they can start doing loping and other more difficult types of horsemanship. And so that's one of the reasons why we came. We flew into Tucson, but if you fly into Phoenix, it is a 90-mile drive down. So something to consider. I would say overall we've had a great time. The first day we got here, Saturday night, we had a Cowboy cookout, and it was amazing. We're over in the Cottonwood Grove. There's tables, there's all of this amazing food. And then they have line dancing and live music. They have an open bar. So if you're part of the all-inclusive, alcohol is not included. On Sunday morning, my kids started Kids Club. Kids Club is offered from 7:45 a.m. to 4:15. And then you can bring your child back at 5:15 and they can have dinner as a club. And then they can stay until 8 p.m. So essentially Kids Club is like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. With about an hour and a half break in around the 4 o'clock hour. My kids have loved it. I have not eaten a meal with them since Saturday night because they eat with Kids Club. They really enjoy all of the other kids, the camaraderie. There's 3 different groups. Buckaroos are 6 and under, and then Wranglers are 7 to 9, and then Outlanders are 10 and up. And I think it goes up to about 13. And then when your kids are over 13, they can be with adults. So they can go on the adult rides, they can, try different things. So it's really nice. What else am I missing? Dining. The food here is amazing. The executive chef that they hired is top tier. You get 3 squares a day, so you have 3 meals a day, and then they have a saloon, so if you want some snacks, you can do that. You can always go in and get drinks. It's actually really, really nice, and you're able to, you can still tip your service members. But overall, it's just a really nice atmosphere. I feel like, you think 3 meals a day may not be enough sometimes. It's way more than enough. The food, you're eating all the time, it feels like. But you really need to. You need to conserve your energy. So I am here now. I'm out at the lake for fishing. They have an immense amount of activities. So if you are someone or your family is someone that is very, very heavy on activities, adventure seeking, they have everything. Hiking, mountain biking. I went mountain biking. I got a little bit dinged up, but it was awesome. We got to do like jumps and going over this desert terrain, which is very rocky and bumpy. I hit a rock, flew off, bike landed on me. But it's part of the experience. They have, like I said, horseback riding, hiking, biking, swimming, tennis, pickleball. You can rent ATVs or the slingshot and go out. It's just an amazing, very outdoorsy time. When you want to kick back and relax, you can go to a listen or a spa and get a massage or a facial. They also have a really big yoga component, so you can do meditation and yoga pretty much every day. Some of the cons are for a 4-star resort, for a 4-star dude ranch, not a resort, dude ranch. So you have to get in a different mindset, and I couldn't easily find a staff member. So there's that, but the staff is lovely. I think from a housekeeping perspective, it's not always the same time every day, and so it's nice kind of when you get on a routine when you're here for multiple days, because then you know when you need to be out of your room. Our housekeeper has come at 9 a.m. and then at 4 p.m. and then anywhere in between. And so I think kind of getting on a more regulated, consistent schedule would be helpful. But overall, I mean, like I said, I have had a great time. My kids have been horseback riding. Now, Olivia, she rode a horse on day 2, and the horse got spooked and bucked her off. And so she did not want to get back on. She was very scared, but we could not leave. We leave tomorrow. We could not leave the ranch without her getting back on a horse. So today, her camp counselor was really sweet and got her back on a horse, Joey. And she did a walking trail ride. And that was really nice because post-trail ride, her love for horses came back, and so she wants to keep riding. And so that was kind of my biggest fear, that she wouldn't want to ride anymore. So it's really important, things happen. This is like a real live ranch. So, you do have accidents, you do fall, you do sign waivers. So, you have to remember that and know your limits and know your children, because they are out here, they're hiking, they're fishing, they're horseback riding, and having to, learn how to properly communicate with their horses. So it's all great. I also think they have airport shuttle service to and from Tucson. That is amazing. So we didn't really have to think about how to get to the ranch. But if you wanted to Uber, it's very easy to do that too. It's about a 35-minute ride from the airport. Overall ratings. Dining, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. The food here is amazing. All of the different options on a daily basis. You can do a buffet or you can order off a menu outside of the Cowboy cookouts. Very good. I did not actually try the spa, so I don't want to say anything about spa. I don't want to rate it, but I have heard great things about it. The activities, I would give the activities, honestly, a 9 out of 10. And the only reason I ding it a little bit is because I think that from a staffing to guest ratio, they could have a little bit more, especially on some of the horse rides when you have beginners and they really need a little bit more understanding and steering into how to direct their horses, how to make them go, what to do if they get spooked or something happens, those kind of things. A little bit more communication. From an overall experience and just of the ranch, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's a different experience. It's not like going to a resort. It's not like the islands and going to a beach and like sitting back and sipping a Mai Tai. This is like, you want to be in the wilderness. You want to be hanging and doing all of the activities that are out here. This terrain, the Rincon Mountains, like the most beautiful scenery. The cacti, we saw a rattlesnake on a ride. You're really out here and you're doing everything, and it's amazing. You sleep in casitas, and we have some pictures of those as well. And so I really think, if you want a authentic experience where you are focused on horseback riding, outdoors activities, having some great food, meeting really nice people, and making memories, I think this is a great vacation for you. If you are someone who thought they liked the outdoors, don't really like the sun, don't really like the elements, don't really like the potential of animals, and don't like a lot of the rough, rigorous, outdoorsy, adventure-seeking activities, I don't think this is the right place for you. But for us and our children who wanted horse riding and swimming, this was the best spring break for them this year. Yeah, until next time, yours in travel.